Hello, I'm Jerry Fort. Going to review a Hungry Man frozen dinner. This was a request from John Walker. Wanted to see some Hungry Man reviews. This is the honey bourbon chicken. 17 grams of protein. Fried white meat chicken strip shaped patties with honey bourbon sauce, mashed potatoes, and corn. This was $3.38. Yeah, $3.38. They had some Hunger Man bowls. I think that's some kind of a new thing. They were over $4, so I couldn't make myself get those. Those are a little pricey. These were decently priced for what you get, I think. Just got it out of the microwave. Haven't took the plastic off yet. Got the the bourbon sauce here, corn, mashed potatoes, and the chicken over here. So let's get this plastic off here. Got a lot of condensation on the plastic's getting all over the place. All right. Okay, so everything looks pretty good. Let me check these patties out. Make sure they're hot in the middle. It calls for 4.5 minutes after you take the plastic off from above the sauce and put slits in above the chicken. So, yeah, it's hot. Honey bourbon chicken. Let's see what this sauce is like. Oh, wow. That sauce is really good. It has a honey sweetness. It does kind of have a bourbon kind of a taste to it. That's kind of weird. Wonder what the ABV is of this Hunger Man. Yeah, it's really good. Corn looks good. Mashed potatoes looks pretty good. Everything smells good. It's a pretty good amount of food for $2.38. Is that what it was? $3.38. That's still pretty good. Let's just get a bite of this before I put it in the sauce. It's a pretty good chicken patty. Good and flavorful. Tender. Yeah, all right. I don't see any steam rolling off of it. I might go back on what I said about it being tender. I could hardly cut it with this knife or this fork. I may go back on what I said about it being flavorful. I mean, it tastes good, but it is like lacking some more, a little bit more of an immense kind of chicken flavor. I didn't really notice it until I dipped it in this sauce, that it was missing a little bit more flavor. I'm still, the sauce was good on the fork by itself, but with this chicken, I'm still trying to figure it out. Let me see. The bourbon dipping sauce has water, honey, bourbon dipping sauce mix, brown sugar, fructose, corn syrup solids, molasses solids, spices, garlic powder, onion powder, artificial bourbon flavor with rice oil, natural smoke flavor, honey, natural flavors, bourbon whiskey, modified corn starch, honey, salt, natural flavors, dried egg yolks, you know, people read this, I mean, they see that it says bourbon whiskey. You know, a person is, you know, going to be wondering if there is actually, you know, I think it's like cooked out. The alcohol is cooked out or something like that. So people still might, you know, be curious. I mean, maybe even for people that are a little gullible or I don't know. Might put it on the box. Just I don't know, man. That sauce is really has me questioning it. It just, I don't know, it doesn't, when I had it with the chicken, it didn't taste like right. I mean, it tastes good by itself, but with the chicken, there's something. What is that? That's bourbon whiskey. It is. Well, that's got a, on that bite right there, I got more of a bourbon whiskey kind of taste. That's kind of freaky. I'm serious. I like bourbon, but that it actually tastes, you get one of these and see for yourself. Did it taste a lot like bourbon whiskey on that bite? Made it a little bit not taste right to me for this. It's weird. It's edible so far. It's just kind of well, it's on that back end is where you get that real strong bourbon whiskey kind of taste. Interesting. I'll have to see if anybody else has done reviews of this and see what they said about it. I'm kind of curious. So it's good. I mean, it's good. It's edible. It's just kind of a little strange on the sauce taste and the chicken. I mean, it tastes good. It's just not. It's not like really flavorful like chicken, you know, should be. It's not as tender. It's not cuttable with the fork very good. I got to really carve down on it. Mashed potatoes are okay, but they kind of taste artificial. What does it say? Potato flakes. Yeah, it tastes like potato flakes. That's what I was kind of wondering about. It has potatoes. They're very, very lightly salty. Yeah, they just taste very artificial. I mean, they're edible. And these type of meals are really not supposed to be thought about this much. You're supposed to just, you know, shut up and eat it, pretty much. Just be thankful you're eating anything, pretty much. But it's okay. If I was going to rate it, let's see. I'd probably start off with a 5. Take off for them kind of being a little bit hard to cut. You can kind of see they're really compacted kind of chicken. So I take 1 off for not being tender. A little lack of flavor. And the bourbon dipping sauce, I don't know. I'm not a barbecue sauce professional. I've reviewed many barbecue sauces, but I don't consider myself a professional at all. Maybe it's supposed to taste that strong of bourbon whiskey. I don't know. Maybe you guys do. But for me, it's a little bit too strong of a bourbon whiskey kind of taste. And I like bourbon whiskey, but as a barbecue sauce, it's kind of a little odd and doesn't really go well with this chicken for some reason. So I take off for that. There's a 2. That the overall it's edible. I'll put back a half, so about 2.5, so probably something like that. Put a little black pepper on these taters here, and this little piece of chicken. So there you go. That's good. I have 2 other, I got 3 altogether. Check out one with Salisbury steak, I think, and I can't remember what the other one was. Anyway, so maybe they'll be better on some of the other foods, but overall, you know, this is edible. Okay, I'm gonna end it there. I thank you all for watching. Thanks, John Walker, for the suggestion. And here you go. check it out for yourselves. Maybe you have a different opinion than what I did. It was I started off not thinking about it too hard, and then I kind of went into my review brain, and then I started noticing more. And I think if you're not really someone that is known for your mind pointing out different things in foods and drinks or whatever, and you're just used to drinking it or eating it, and just kind of, it's just something to eat and it tastes decent, and you're not thinking about it too hard, you won't, you'll like this more. But if you're somebody that is really particular, or as another reviewer, you might pick up on what I did. Excuse me. But there you go. All right. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.